All right. So we just completed Act 1 of Ghost of Tsushima. I kind of want to talk about the first act, just kind of get my thoughts going and where I'm seeing it with the game right now. So hopefully you guys will indulge me on this one. Needless to say, I've been enjoying the game 100%. I've been enjoying this game. I sat there at work on cars going, man, I can't wait to go home and play more Ghost of Tsushima. Sucked yesterday because I was like, oh, I can't wait to go home and play more Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm like, oh, wait, I've got stuff to do. I need to, clean, do this, do that, do that. Like, all right, well, then I guess I can wait till Thursday. Honestly, I thought Act 1 was done well. A lot of good story elements that they added. They did. I shouldn't say they added because this is the first time playing the game with no clue what's going on. That they did. They definitely created an island, or not created an island, but created an atmosphere very akin to what that island would be back then. And taking a historic event like this, which isn't easy. I feel they did really well so far. Act 1 had nothing huge or major, like emotional yet, or not yet, but Act 1 didn't have anything huge or emotional. There are things that either got my blood boiling a little bit or made me go, really? Why? In a good way. I should say, in a good way. Like the betrayal at the end of Act 1, I didn't see that coming. The fact that it came up is like, oh, wow. Bow at a sign. I've made mention about bowing at. I just bowed at signs because I could. Any sign that shows the bow, I've done one and it had fireflies come about. I thought that was. There'll probably be one that's hidden that is all 10 or all of them, or maybe there's only 10. I don't know. We'll see. There's probably more. We'll probably find more, but that's not 10. It's not too bad. I'm pretty sure I've found 8 more. Back on that, on how I feel about Act 1. Like I said, it's well put together. I like how open Act 1 has been. The amount of areas to liberate is a little ridiculous, but at the same time, I feel Act 1 is supposed to take you the longest. No, you're fine, Zal. You definitely are fine. Nothing I can't edit, okay? Like I said, there's a lot of things that are there's a lot of zones, a lot of things to liberate in Act 1. I feel that was done on purpose for simple fact of completing Act 1, you unlock more things to liberate. You can't make it certain areas, at least one area that I found, but there's probably more than one area you in the first zone that you can't make it to until you've gotten close to completing Act 1. Again, the story wise, the betrayals, things like that. The betrayal at the end of Act 1 was, I didn't expect it. I didn't see it. I felt it was done well. It was done very well. The Adachi family estate did anger me. Like I said, there were points where my blood boiled. That one kind of got my blood boiling because I'm like, really? They're going. I mean, I know this is based off of history, so there were things like that happening. It got my blood boiling, so that was a good emotion. So I feel like Act 1 really did well there. The exploration, it's an open world. So I try not to really go too much into exploration stuff. But the fact that, yeah, I can fast travel, but I can walk about, and it's just beautiful scenery anyways. Really, really makes me feel good, and it's more enjoyable to when you can take your time to leisurely stroll and enjoy the scenery. Makes me miss Japan. It really does. Makes me want to go back. Like, die hard, go back and visit more of the rural areas and enjoy that time. But so far with the game, I've not only enjoyed it, I feel like it's done a lot. It's very much a game I thoroughly enjoy, and that I feel other people will enjoy. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. Definitely people are gonna have gripes about it, and there are some gripes I do have about the game. I'm gonna take the last little bit of Act 1 and blame it on my controller for not being responsive. My controller is kind of old. I mean, it doesn't even have the sticker on the back. This thing I've had 6 years. I bought this controller the day I bought my first PS4, which was 2 weeks before Destiny launched. So yeah, that long. So this has gone through the ringer. Controller's definitely gone through the ringer. So if it's failing on me, I'm not surprised. Learning the combat and understanding the combat and doing things with combat, yeah, I can see those gripes, and it is not an easy. There's a learning curve. I shouldn't say it's not an easy task. There's a learning curve. It gets easier as you progress, as you get more of the styles unlocked and you understand combat a little bit more. But the timing for certain things, like if you want a perfect parry, the timing on that is very precise. Perfect dodges are very precise. So definitely don't use it with an old controller. Don't try those things with an old controller. That's my advice there. But I can see where they can be a pain, where people are not going to enjoy the game right there. The standoff system, I failed 3 standoffs so far. I don't feel the standoff system's that hard to do. I don't foresee them doing more than one feint, but I shouldn't say that. I don't think they will do more than one feint. Do I believe that they could do more than one feint? I do. I think enemies will get up to 3 feints before they strike, but we'll see. They might only do one. We'll see more now that I'm in Act 2, and it'll be interesting to see in that aspect. But overall, like I said, I think Act 1 did an amazing job. Did an amazing job. I overall enjoy it, and so far, if I'm going to rate, I'll rate everything together when I finish up Ghost of Tsushima. Oh my god. I seriously have something in my eye and it's driving me insane. Pains. Have you seen some that faint more than once there, Zal? Because I haven't. I fucked up. I fucked up once bad with the faint. I know what happens when you mess up. When you mess up on a feint, it hurts. Like you're literally at death's door. It's like 1 HP. Oh shit! You have? Oh, you have not often, but you've seen it. Okay, so knowing that they do multiple things, that's actually interesting. I was wondering if they would do that. I was wondering if they would do that. But as it was going on, if I'm going to rate this game, I'll rate it per act and then overall by the time I finish it. So right now, Act 1, I'll give Act 1 with the learning curve, the story, and how much there is to do. Right now, I'm going to give Act 1 an 8. 8.5. 8.5. I'll give it definitely an 8.5. Again, there's some gripes. Combat, the learning curve on combat is rough. Definitely not something welcoming to newcomers. As much as I love open world, I also always dock things for open world because open world tends to consume my life, and I like to be I don't want to be super open world, but I like somewhat straightforward. So I do give them credit that they make sure that you know what is story quest and what isn't. So that's where the half points kind of coming in is usually in open world games. I tend to get super lost because there's no differentiating side quests from main story quests, and I get stuck on side quests after side quests. So they at least make it a little more noticeable and apparent, and I enjoy it. Again, the only gripe is on that point is the fact that it is easy to just not want to continue forward and get lost easily if you're not paying attention. But luckily with the win system, it makes it a little bit easier. Again, that's where that half point comes in. The learning curve, I would say, would be another half point. The other half point, I think, would probably be, I don't know, I feel there's just some, not game-breaking bugs, just some bugs in the game where just things don't work smoothly. Getting stuck on a rock a couple times has happened. I think it's just minor bugs is the other half point. so far, and I think that one's gonna be a permanent one. You'll see most of that. So I think a lot of the rest of the game will be judged at an 8.5 or lower. Things might change. I might see certain things go, well, this counteracts this, but I don't think so. I think we're going to see about an 8.5 from me overall, but we'll see. Story could probably improve it a lot. Like I said, the story is good. The story does well. And they took something that isn't talked about a lot in Eastern culture, Japanese history, if you're studying it in the West, I should say. I think they've done a really good job in adapting something into a game that makes it fun. And that's the key, because it's a game, it needs to be fun. But yeah, that's my thoughts right now of Act 1. There's probably more, and I probably glossed over and spaced a lot of things that I haven't talked, that I would like to talk about, but just I'm not going to, because again, spaced it or glossed over it or just didn't even think about it. Which will come up in conversations. You guys will probably catch some of the stuff in prior videos to this on YouTube, and maybe you guys can call me out in the comment section, because I forget easily. But I'm gonna finish stuff up on the Twitch side, and then of course everyone on the YouTube side. Thanks everyone for checking out the video. If you like it, that like button, subscribe, and hopefully you guys will stay around for the rest of Ghost of Tsushima Act 2 and 3. So thanks over there. Take care.